Hey, good morning, guys. Today I'm in the 2019 Toyota Avalon XSE Hybrid. I just got this car the other day to test. I spent a little bit of time in this car a few months ago at the Mama 2018 Spring Rally, but really haven't had that much time behind the wheel. And from first impressions, it's a pretty nice driving experience. Surprisingly sporty handling and a nice premium feeling interior. Very luxurious, and it drives really well. I actually really like this hybrid. I think it looks good. The front end is a little bit controversial, but I think over time it's grown on me a little bit in the looks department, and the rest of the car is quite aggressively styled, which is definitely a departure from Avalons of old, and kind of takes on some of the new Toyota Camry's styling cues. These taillights are very interesting. They have this very neat design element with a little bit of a rear spoiler. I think it's a sharp look. It's definitely a departure for Toyota. And I like that they're playing around with some little bit more funky designs. These front headlights are very cool. They put out a lot of light at night. And you've got everything else kind of blacked out. Dark wheels, dark mirrors. The interior has just a lot of shades of gray. I don't know, I haven't counted how many shades of gray there are. There's a lot going on here. All the materials feel very premium, very nice. Soft leathers. You've got a little bit of suede Alcantara feeling inserts on the side here. Softer leather. Tight materials, lots of adjustability in the seat. In the back, this is a little bit longer wheelbase than the Camry, and very similar to the Lexus ES. You've got quite a lot of legroom and a nice, airy cabin back here. It's nice. You feel very comfortable. It's a good laid-back seating position. This interior is just a nice place to be. It's very attractive. A little bit of an armrest and cup holder situation going on here. 2.1 amp USB ports in the back that are labeled as such. And of course this has the JBL sound system, so you get a little graphic there on the tweeter. Let's pop the trunk here. Oh, the button's between the O and the N. 60/40 folding rear seats and a nice wide opening here. Very cool. Let's take it for a drive. We're going to try to start off in hybrid mode here, or EV mode. And you can hear the engine kicking in there. I wonder if I can get a shot of the hybrid system just so you guys can see what's going on here. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Brake pedal feels very linear, very progressive, completely normal and unhybrid-like. I appreciate that. I'll show you guys around some entrance and exit ramps here, but this car is surprisingly sporty to drive. And when you're just driving around normally, there isn't a lot of whirring or just CVT characteristics with this. None of that rubber banding effect, unless if you really get into the throttle. The engine's very well isolated. There's not a lot of cabin intrusion or sound. You can just feel a slight vibration on onto your right foot. Super sharp turn in with this Avalon. I'm actually very surprised at how well it handles. Pretty decent amounts of power. This 4-cylinder coupled with the hybrid drivetrain makes about 215 horsepower combined, and it's plenty powerful to get you up to speed. It's responsive, minimal lag between putting your foot down and getting some power out of it. And it's a very comfortable ride. It's a little bit on the stiffer and sportier side, but that's bound to give you some improved handling and just overall better dynamics. So let's take this exit ramp, put it into sport mode, and show you guys around a corner, because really the handling of this Avalon is where this thing shines from a driving dynamics perspective. You can hold crazy cornering speeds around these entrance ramps. Very little body roll, excellent and very sharp turn in. The suspension and these tires do a really good job of giving this car just excellent handling. It's pretty awesome. It seems like this Avalon is trying to be sporty, comfortable, and efficient, and it's doing a pretty good job of doing all three of those, which is usually a pretty tall order. I'll show you guys one more corner here. The handling is really pretty impressive. When you're driving a hybrid, you want a nice handling car because it's more efficient to not have to slow down for the corners. Let's put it in normal mode, try some radar guided cruise control. Haven't really tried this out yet. Assume it works pretty well, just like a lot of the other Toyota stuff. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is still the the previous version of Toyota Safety Sense. But it does have radar guided cruise control. They've done away with the classic cruise control buttons down here and gone here. It's still a pretty intuitive system, but I do miss that old push, down to set, up to resume, and then plus minus knob. It was so intuitive, so easy. And this is pretty good too, but I will miss that with these radar guided systems. Again, really nice brake pedal feel. I love that manufacturers are finally getting that right with these hybrids. You should be getting about 43 miles combined with this Avalon, which is pretty impressive. It's rated for 43 city, 43 highway. That varies a little bit depending on the version and trim you get, but pretty impressive miles to the gallon. Pretty impressive numbers for something this large, and Toyota definitely does their work with their hybrids. Overall, the ergonomics in here seem pretty nice. All the touch points feel very good. Typical, feel and tactility with everything between the turn signals and the buttons. They all have a very consistent, nice feel to them. Everything is well bolted together. No shakes, rattles, not a lot of noise, not a lot of wind noise or even road noise. The suspension is a little bit stiffer. I know some other reviewers have mentioned that, but it's sporty, but it's not overly stiff. It's not bothersome at all. It's just you would expect it to be a little bit softer based on the Avalon's history and based on the fact that this is a hybrid and not really a sporty version of a sedan, but it handles really well as a result, and the ride isn't punishing at all. I think it's actually nice, and the long wheelbase contributes to just a nice riding platform too. Right off the line, this thing has very good acceleration too. It's really responsive. climb speed quite well. Get that instant torque from the hybrid motor. And then once the gasoline engine turns on, you're off. So pretty good first impressions on this new Avalon. I was in a Lexus ES 350 the other day with the 3.5 liter V6, and I will say I definitely prefer this drivetrain to the V6. That's just personal preference, but I like the smoothness of this, the quietness. It's very fluid and natural, and just a little bit more relaxing to drive. I would probably swing for the hybrid over the V6, to be perfectly honest. It's a little bit of a price premium, but in terms of just a luxurious feel, you can't go wrong, and also it's going to be really efficient and save you some money at the gas pump. Let me get back to you later this week with a full review on this car after I get a little bit more seat time. But so far, first impressions are very, very good. I'm quite surprised. I didn't really know what to expect with this new Avalon. And I honestly haven't driven an Avalon before. I've just driven the Lexus ESs and a lot of Camrys, but I'm quite impressed with how well this drives. It actually solves some of my issues with the Toyota Camry. And this is a very compelling package. I love the size of it. I love that it's just a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, and that there's plenty of back seat room. That is one gray interior. Alright guys, well thanks again for watching. We'll see you in another video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, anything you'd like me to answer in the next one later this week. But until then, we will catch you guys soon. Here's the key. It says Avalon on the back. That's it. Take care.